All right. So right now we're going to talk about the microbiome. And if you don't know what that is or what the title of this slide is, if you don't know what LGS is means and stands for, that's okay. So microbiome, depending on which book you read or whose opinion you listen to, the average human's somewhere around 100 trillion cells. Let's just use 100 to keep it even. Keep it easy with the numbers. Well, the first line here says humans are 90% microbes. So I heard a doctor that said we're nothing more than a bunch of bugs having a human experience. And it's slightly disturbing for a quote, I get that, but it's true. The bacteria, we came from dirt, from soil, from the earth. So we are dirt, we are earth, and there's bugs, there's microbes. The same microbes that are in the soil, the cow eats. And now the microbes are in the cow, and then the cow fertilizes, and then those same bugs, those same microbes go back into the soil, and now they're on it's the same cycle of bacteria. So you've got to support the good bacteria. Now microbiome is the collection of all of the bacteria, both good and bad. But 80% of your immune system is also in your large intestine, specifically your descending colon. So that's a massive amount, but it seems so random to me, right? If I were God, you always get in trouble playing that, but if I were our creator, then maybe I would have put it in the brain or the heart or the blood somewhere. I'm like, the large intestine seemed kind of random, but good thing I'm not the Lord. The large intestine is the most exposed part to the outside world because we get more things coming down the hatch than we do what we breathe in or put on our skin. So you've got most of your army lined up where they would potentially encounter more of the enemy. And so it turns your large intestine into this war zone. So that's why everything starts with liver, gallbladder, and GI tract. You have to look there. So the microbiome is responsible for digestion. It's responsible for absorption. It's responsible for nutrient delivery. It makes your hormones, like for example, 90% of the serotonin, which is your happiness hormone, your sleeping hormone, it helps with digestion, but 90% of the serotonin your brain uses is made in your GI tract from the microbiome. So we've got to support these guys, and it regulates the CNS, which is your central nervous system. And so the microbiome is everything. And the good bacteria, here's something to watch for. The good bacteria in your gut are going to crave the right things. The bad bacteria in your GI tract are going to crave the wrong things, the boxes, the bags, the processed food. So when you start in the beginning, it's hard to fight the sugar cravings. It's hard to fight the pizza, burger cravings, the ice cream cravings. It's hard to fight these things. I need carbs and I need sweets. I need carbs and I need sweets. Well, those feed the wrong bacteria. So as we go through this, what's going to happen is we're going to switch this. We're going to starve the bad guys. We're going to feed the good bacteria, and they want fiber. They want the good sources of fiber. So as you start eating leafy greens and the right kinds of non-starchy vegetables, your microbiome, the good bacteria grow, and then they eat more of the nutrients, and then the bad bacteria die because there's no sugar and processed foods around, so they can't sustain. Well, your brain notices the stronger signal. So in the beginning, as there's more bad bacteria, you crave the bad foods. But as we work on your GI tract over time, you will start to have different cravings as your GI terrain changes. And the first time this hit me, I have always hated Brussels sprouts my whole life. I never liked them. I didn't like the smell of them. And then one day after I was sick and I'm kind of walking through what I'm walking you guys through, I was walking around the house and I was like, man, I just want a whole bowl of Brussels sprouts. I don't want any sort of pie. I don't want any sort of pizza. I want Brussels sprouts. And I'm like, man, I'm sick. What is happening to me? This is a sign, right? But that's what was happening, although I didn't know it at the time, is my GI terrain was shifting. And so now my brain was noticing the good bacteria screaming, feed me good starch, feed me good food, feed me Brussels, instead of the bad bacteria screaming, feed me ice cream, pizza, and beer. So it's a total shift. So it gets easier as you go. It's hardest in the beginning. The hardest step is always the first step. So You guys are plugging right along. We're 2 weeks into this. It's all about the microbiome and the bacteria. Support the good bacteria. The chemicals kill the bacteria. So now we've got chemicals in the soil. We eat, if we're eating from the soil, there's still chemicals. Most of the time we're eating from a factory or a box or a bag, and there's certainly chemicals there, but we get in trouble. So I always say count chemicals, not calories, and that's how you lose weight. It's that easy. So I hope this helps you, and I'll see you at the next video.